selecting committee no ukomenim na etisɛn.
Oh, me koi pa. Me knew omo to answer bebree so and I was very transparent. You know, Addo, they were also very professional, and they asked me all kinds of questions. I think the most important thing, some person who say, we need to be our wachi. Can't be a new home. Skeletons be a new closet to move. We are somebody of high repute. You know, I feel so. We meet all the FIFA requirements in terms of ethics. No, any CAF, any FA. So I'm in charge of EXCO pa, and you know, I'm guys will be quite with some questions. I don't know. Me running for FA president. And I make catch from say, me and Juma be brave. You know, we Juma we in service to God and country. And yeah, Juma oko pesca or yeah, Juma experience any penya a free corporate one year Juma any pay we are be brave. And I'm saying me be boa man. But say a baby be future legacy be a bit me jar tour. I can say, I'm crofo with him time and I Ghana football. You didn't see from. And my is a sign. So there will be a car about the golden days or when or such a time, no Republicans time, no. You know, those are the times will be. I remember that Ghana used to be Ghana. Ghana used to be serious for football country. But now they will share your football. Sabi and Guasia Baba. And you may be brave because will be kind of some football. And it's difficult because we share pass. Recruit say Ghana pa nanka ubia tidin kra say Ghana football now we share structures side that whole na nyoma is crowded by if you say among for katasi share any nyoma ensem fata na almost edi football ni no you know I just say but say you know ya hwe na say ya kase obi akoye bibi. Even though the person no crano in the court of law, yen chivanin to and I am convicted. However, no, Sasani Panas I be Jana or Cassa, me nipa fra, send what you young, you know, so in the court of public opinion, a very important. So we be now before we me crack, I say, football, no Ghana football, a knife, a NSC form as a son. What's a son how? A target for work of fashion, and I say, we beckon us and say, a pig, not say what the lips canon, there's still a pig, right? It's more important, Sibenya, people of high repute and moral, strong moral background and ethics are in BBL to lead the future of the game. Very important. So that be a bit man gain the confidence of the fans, you know, and also put enough better right structures in place. I said that be almost investing in the game, can get something back. And more importantly, players we know say they are playing their hearts out. Regulations have been enforced, and making sure say we meet all the right statutes. To say this, people are there at the EXCO level, helping the president to ensure that we enforce those statutes all the way. Service will be Kumasi ana say Wale ana Biwa ana say Tamale ana say Cape Kusa. He shows that he has the same rights as a Premier League club, as a second division club, or Women's League. They all have the same structure and the same enforcement of structure. And the key point, maybe as a fast near governance. Okay.
Yeah, but actually, one can say the UGD policy. Yeah. And in Yama be now, we be sure it don't come. But okay, na. Paris be na ho ntia.
Debbie.
Obi antu bi anko.
Debbie ministries.
Any one check ra.
No, you man. Actually, I spent about 20-25 minutes.
Oh, okay.
But there was absolutely nothing. And make a trouble there was nothing.
No, be see you my Division 1 club. In Division 1 football, on from the wilderness of Ghana football. Yeah. Na hooliganism cause ho, bribery and corruption cause ho. Obi an police be ntia onka obi ani hu.
Debbie.
Unto a bribe that.
Debbie. To be honest.
Also a macho man say nko bu obi da.
Debbie that. Yeah. I don't believe in these things. You see, ya grown and make us say ya guye huni masi. Ya guye huni masi. Uko I didn't know right now. Ubu ha can say one name in the manko football crowd. I didn't know monko. I didn't go from stadium. I didn't go from blaster games that we had before. I didn't hear. Oh, and you may be higher and fuck him and kui. So now, me mako games mako dubiasi mako pandu mako kinds me hu nyama bebre akọ team no but ensem fata say e betim ye make sure say nyama we nyina e koso so how do you change this thing how then e betim scientific and fixes how nyama we ni ma and it's everything will be pen say abone pro a profonity it is the one fixing it no and for so nyama go down amana ma forma e be koso is so we make important.
Ye ni komo na obi bi sam say Addo say interestingly Eddie Addo no there's someone at the GFA I find Addo until first we di na because Addo GFA na no be ko nim say enzima kotoko CEO and say find Addo who is Addo me show nchiremu kakra and say background kakra
background
say they about football mo
okay
corporate background kakra
okay me trying to tafua me nyini Kumasi because Prempeh College
Bonnie Ben Kumasi Bonnie Ben
that's interesting.
Oh okay
na me call Prempeh College and
we senior
me senior
okay.
And
Charles when me police abako
Prempeh boy okay and but now football they need to from collaborate me ball any or small team cry their friend no Hamburger FC you mark kind nearby your boys you every bar into board the idea tiache na adwuma so de years back me kwa bruche kusua de kakra hona me nya me university ne graduate school education kakra and am ye adwuma wo different companies or bruche me adwuma wo America at every time me adwuma wo Asia so kakra and so na finally me back Ghana so be adwuma ti Ghana me been back there 2004. Now once on Bejuma ba kwa me later no we started Juma Brown region and set up mine bio into we na call because set another one so enzima into out of that business now I set up gold mine Juma na one of the things 2013 many will me here on the paramount chief of St. Mark's district on your castle okay one of the things are now if he said community be here it's a football now you need to be sir into a kind of boom nimpanyi for a crane tea is Markotoko. Until only as a life patron, it's Markotoko. Since 2013 to 2015, no. And I'm in charge of the team qualified team, no, about Division 1. Until as we've been there and I've been supporting the team since that time. And then Memphis our biggest achievement, the Normalization Committee,
Special Cup
now, a team area, final. And you lose to EXCO, you know. But it was just small Nyama cry in terms of structure, organization, putting the right Nyama in place for the team, you know, and the team did very well. We still think that we have a very good team, we have a lot of potential.
About football, because there are a lot of people businessmen, well-to-do people about football. Now say football is a dirty game. But if you are not addictive,
well, I guess many disappointment, kakra. You always face that a little bit of disappointment in this because
we are nice money na visuals am koye na supporters say do attempt stadium na ye jesu ye cancel fatanchi.
I think that these are things that you should expect, but ningina boils down to organization and structures are there in place. We are Ghana here almost 29 million coaches.
Sure.
Into Beka. But the most important thing is already the right structures will play that in place that so that any be a but for me, sometimes I feel disappointed. No, I more had to do with, for example, officiating of the game. For example, how we don't protect the players. Me makohe gamer, me play back on the to linesman to home to na ball and I'm listening to the dead hospital flag or amaso. So wow. Those are the things and they are supporters hooliganism for kind pamunko for we don't I might think the for referee ball no. It's just also for entertainment. You know, and it should be fun. It's and their life and death situation here. Yama agrono ubekona manfo threatening crofo bon crofo ne ade and same fata but I'll fault the leadership.
Okay.
And the leadership no so mutimi di nyama to 2 year all this no and a bit me ama agrono asan afanetuma pefra for the future.
How difficult the Division 1 boy at here?
Division 1 is very difficult. I mean, it's difficult from the standpoint, say, a lot of times, when you say football, we are supporting for baby. There's no support in terms of
financial
support from anywhere. And you mostly have to fund everything. One of the things I want to say, we work with some of the corporate clients, not more area, to give us some assistance in terms of help operations. So from a financial standpoint, that is where most federations will suffer. Most people, somebody has to bankroll the process. The other part, which also makes it a little difficult, the game itself, the administration of the game itself. Ube to coin, ube travel all night, ube do hona feed the way on be yeo, at it, we wrap pack of hot. Just a nyoma be bre and sem fata. General. And to drink once, na didn't take na winning as I say. A bag room. Now you say football Ghana and a conim and as a conichi. I decided to enter Quebina Wakoko. And so I grow on. But see, I'm for the right structures and to Ghana football, no debia obeka, a blast a quadrium, Miss Emmaso, blast and Gojibia. Because the structures was and you're correct. And see, if we don't fix these structures, no matter what we do, the countries are more the right path, the right systems, right plans are more executed those kind of strategies. We won't catch up. I think that's why we are seeing. The members are one question, and we have a what is our philosophy in football Ghana as a country? Do we know what
football philosophy, style of play?
What is the style? What is it? Some five coaches in Nigeria on the bush will be as a style. So,
let's say they need to grow football.
I grown na. I come from time and number funny bono. Nature fact near Shaki, who near Bo, yes, for 9, because one come almost from neither. And then football is a purely scientific exercise, which supported with a strong analytics and data. Ask yourself right now, place the invoice on the brother. What statistics is driving those calls? If I don't call executive EXCO, I'll ask that question. I'll ask the coach, say, what statistics is driving you to call?
Player friendly stats being the back
support
and empirical evidence.
Absolutely. So all this is not just black stars, but we should incorporate all of that from the first division, premier division, all the way to a minor, and we should link this up. We should build it. It is not any rocket science. Why is the administration of football any different from running any corporate organization? Somebody answer that question for me.
Almost football no one language.
What a language! Why is it that those that are doing it well have light years ahead of us? We are ranking. Brazil bought football back with 2012. They were taking $3 million per game.
A friendly game.
Friendly game. So, and we are here. We can build a fantastic brand. One of the good things that if we say the highlights of our game, Black Stars, for example. A brand, the strongest brand, Black Star, 2010, South Africa. That was our best team. Me personally, lifetime. But did we capitalize on it? Did we say, okay, this strategy, the way we played, the way we organized, the way we defended, the way
that should be the way forward.
Is that what we want to take forward? And how do we make that a blueprint and develop our games around it so that all the coaches, we have experts that guide us in terms of player development, player acquisition, player identification, training methods, nutrition, psychology. How do we define that in that blueprint so that we can start from the grassroots all the way to the top? And that becomes our philosophy, back to the philosophy point I made. So how so that it's seamless. That is what Belgium has done. That is what Germany does. That is what Holland does. We have to really begin to think, say, I'll tell you something. Talk is cheap. Ubia beka, benko for the way banner betro documents, baby. But what you understand, say, maybe I make us ask them. It's not what you say, it's what have you done.
Track record.
Exactly. What you've done or what you record matches to what you are saying now, then you are credible. But you haven't done it and you are promising the world. What guarantees over here? How do you hold him accountable to it? And every time I'm hiring somebody, I always match the two. Yes, I know you're truthful.
Sure.
Indeed, those are the things. If I'm on the EXCO, I'm going to ask. You cannot continue to do the same thing over and over, and you get the same result, and you keep doing, you expect a different result. You won't get it. So,
Sure.
these are the basic, corporate expectations in any organization. So, China said, emphasis you'll be free. Brazil, Argentina, and UK. So, Bagana, FA. What experience is that person going to walk away from? What would I say? The experience in the same. Compared to be a Italian FA. What experience? How would he compare the two? How are you any different? So when somebody says, oh, football language is different, I don't buy it. The same professionalism that exists there, we should match the same professionalism. We cannot accept mediocrity. We cannot accept hooliganism. We shouldn't accept it. And media should be preaching that too. We shouldn't accept it. It's any idea. Then we should just, take what we have, and then every day we are
business as usual.
As usual.
Yeah, share a relationship with clubs in Division 1. Once the Division 1, you're in zone now. There are 3 zones. But in this election, you're in zone now. National Division 1, number 2, 48 near network. What is your relationship with them? Because for the media, for instance, it is very difficult because I know him through and through. But for football people, you play games with them, you go to meetings with them. What's the relationship with the rest of the club?
To be honest with you, I know some of them. I've met some of them, and these are all good people. A lot of times, what you find out is that the real people that bankroll the football, clubs, they don't get involved as much.
Sure.
And I'm also guilty of that. In some way, I'm being honest. But me feel say, by virtue of they get involved like I'm doing now. When I say get involved in the actual
in the decision-making process and the governance of the game.
That's how we can change it. So I'm hoping that through this effort, through this media,
time.
Oh, well, it's true.
And to me, the touch from the game. And to more employment, manage clubs and take decisions affect the whole ecosystem.
The issue is you don't have to be at the game to make some of these decisions.
Sure.
So for us, I always believe in hiring good people. Your number one asset in any organization is your human capital. If you hire the right person and you remunerate them well, they will deliver on what it's supposed to be. That's what leadership is all about. Maybe they will be on behind me. Say, what happens when I'm not around? What happens when you are not around? The phase I hire you, the next thing I expect to you, the person who will take over whilst you are not there. That's how structures you put in place. In the end of the day, through this media, it's my expectations that people hear my voice as well. And I'm also calling on them to get involved because it's their money, it's their investment. Ask yourself, what have you made out of that investment? What return have you gotten on football by putting your money?
Would you propose saying going forward, you would have an association sort of all club owners, so that more and more invest in the clubs, invest in the game, can then meet on the same wavelength to make decisions that will affect.
It will be a fantastic idea. I mean, yes, there is Galka, there is but it would be good to have that as well. It's not a bad idea just to once in a while bring some issues up, and maybe you can even bubble it up all the way to the EXCO level so that it's addressed. Once again, the most important thing here, ownership, any supporters, right? Any teams, we own that. We own that franchise. And whatever it's going to take to fix the problems here, everybody should get involved because it's our legacy. 10 years from now, that's the question I ask. 10 years from now, how do you want to see Ghana football? 20 years from now, how do you want to see Ghana football? We are at a crossroads. Some monumental decisions we have to make. If we make the right decision, hopefully, 10 years from now, it's a very important. All club owners, all the investors should get involved now.
But do you think that clubs now are delicate with Tobano? They realize this. They know that we are at a crossroads. They appreciate where we are, so that appreciation more to Abapa, the kind of leaders are. And they go to the next level. Do you believe in your counter with the clubs, understand where we are and where we want to get to?
In my engagement with them, I know say ownership in there. They are yearning for that change. They are looking for that opportunity. I mean, most people I've spoken to, but at the same time, we are also humans. We'll be a good relations. Maybe I will be good relations. Or could mean pa or madam for pa. Until these things will creep in. But what's important, I always tell people, say, so we go to a bar. Try and separate. Look at what you actually expect out of Abana Wotono long term. So ni pani wa downfall. Na sebi only the requisite skills are which me abua amadne kwenma. Why would you want to vote for him or vote for her? So what you must say oni pano okoto abanama no ewo a tainted image. Why would you do that? Because me a company. Na me a company sikaso. Na se me say akoya we no koye say no. Public opinion. I don't want to be associated with that thing. I will never bring my corporate social responsibility and go invest in that thing. That's the reality. We'll say, I won't do that. Most people will not. They will tell me no more. So they make it. And the importance, it realizes that it's the investment that is at risk. They spend all this money. You haven't got any return. You won't get anything back. But see, the right people with the right requisite skills, but when you say, these people are helping. They are putting the right infrastructure. The game is going forward. Regulation is being enforced. Look, there are certain times, even the FA in the past, instead of them going to court to defend their own status, they don't show up. Why? Personal interest. Personal interest in baby. Why should your personal interest override the interest of the association? I don't need that.
Just only time.
No, time.
And I waited time.
So watch me.
Okay, time where the right time for you say will be impact on.
Oh, and I make us say for me, this is not a life and death situation. It's my service to country, and God. Say you be to me a legacy be. It is a meeting board so. I sit in a few boards. That I'll make the time to sit and help. That's what I'm doing. Like I said, it's not something that money. I'm not driven by any financial. That's why I make straight out to the point. Okay, it's more of a service.
One of the past EXCO greatest problems, whether perceived or real, and it's they were not strong enough. They allowed the president to control, micromanage things. Said the Obekano na aye final. They were not strong councillor. Ibe tunu fupa ama waye die etenene die eye. Do you think that you have what it takes, if elected, to be able to look into the president in the eye and say, "Oh, boss, where die ye ni say ya anke ye. Oh, papa, where die ye tunu say ya anke ye." Even though at that level the majority decision would stand, but you can still have the courage of your own conviction and state your point.
Absolutely. I do that every day in my business and the work that I do. I always tell you what the rules are. It's important to be guided by the statutes and the rules. It's very, very important. Once I say the issue is that when you make certain decisions, I make decisions all the time. The one thing that guides me in my decision making is this. Assuming say obi bie paper mu now decision I'm making now. What would they say? That's one of the things that guide me. So I presume say it's public. That's one decision. The other part also that guides my decision is if it's my own money, how would I treat it? Those two are two very fundamental to me in my decision making. So once I'm very clear, I'll give you an example. Near a transaction be in Nzima, and we're doing some compensation. And engagement now they are free for now by and Craprofusi Scaba, Muamun, and swim. Now you see what happened with Showman. Mr. Usika, so if it's a bonus again, you move in insane, you now, Usika, Cadena. What happened a convention in the year. So, when you are making decisions, the point is your self interest. Remove yourself. Take it so that you make decisions for the benefit of the people that put you there. Only a fundamental. It is a FA president near to any discussions. These are it will be very clear. Why is it that you can have an audit from a governance level, an audit committee, finance committee, remuneration committee, every quarter, every 6 months, we have external auditors come and audit, make sure it's published, so that everybody know. Say, yeah. So, you move sit down and I say, Muko, you are
project,
Uko share the AC, pram. Now, Uko be say Namibia, some of these can now share project.
Same because with less money, but not the money now. You tend to ask questions. Yeah,
I will ask the question. I will not support that, and if I have to resign, I'll resign on principle. Like I said, again, it is a service I'm doing for the nation. It's not a service that I'm going to.
But I think that the football people are ready for such a person. Say you're strong. You say it as it is. I say Chroma has no credit. Canoso a problem. So if you any can no. Yeah, now we take offense to it. Yeah, pesania mano. Until Ubakano can in a very subtle, nice, diplomatic manner.
There's so many ways to kill a cat, no Bacana. And you kind of wait me, I can't share, wait me, I can be. And the people that know me, I'm pretty straightforward. I saw I mean to mean count which mean count winning. But yes, they make winning the man, the Masaka which. No, that's how be consistent. That's leadership. Leadership is being able to say what you want to do and doing exactly what you're saying. So that's leadership. And you know, as I said to you, how is Ghana football different from Dutch football, different from Belgian, German football? Where do we want to be? Where do we want to put Ghana football 5 years from now? If we don't do these things, we are not circumspective about these things and fix our own internal problem and still hide behind a year, we won't get anywhere. That's why I'm calling on all the delegates, I'm calling on all the team leaders to come forward on that day and vote for change. Vote to make sure that we have the right people who will be able to effect and support the president to make some of these changes so that we can change our football forever.
Mr. Mark Addo, CEO of Nzima Kotoko, and I'm saying no Edin Kumene, hashtag Ghana FA decides, do executive committee so in the Division 1, and you do so on Swaba, war a Dintia delegate, and to Abamano, na 3 slot down Division 1, no, ye non co board, no executive council, no so, near moi, near resurrect ye football now, and they will be say comatose, na share the way forward. Obisa. So why is our football different from the Dutch and that of the English and that of Spain? ASM Sebe Yantua and Comodiano. So let me make a statement about the dynamics in Division 1. 48 clubs.
Yes.
How sure are you so much about more represent your more executive council also?
I'm very sure.
Because there's the northern sector,
yes.
the middle belt,
yes.
and the coastal sector. Zone 1, Zone 2, Zone 3. Dynamics in a bit different will be our. What is the strategy?
My strategy is very simple. My strategy is like, first of all, what is in for the club? What is in for the owners? What is in for the fans? What is in for the players? What systems are they looking for to ensure a club, so more be yet a Juma or FA, and I will pay any representation or any work done in the FA? How do they want to be treated? How is the disciplinary committee, the effectiveness of the disciplinary committee? What is the effectiveness of refereeing in the game? So the whole thing is, I will represent you no matter where you are. No matter where you are, because my interest is your interest. That is the most important. That's the best I can do for them, so that their voice, the voice of the voiceless, can be heard. So I say, making sure I'm asking those difficult questions. So this is how is that going to benefit that person on the ground? So, one example, why is it that you find out whether by just coincidence, so once the players they are very good players, but they never call to any teams. You always find certain players. Why? I'll ask these questions. Which I say, so bankroller, I'll ask you, are you getting your return? Why are you not getting your return on the investment? Why are we all losing money in football? Why is the brand so damaged? Say, why is nobody investing in it? Corporate entities not investing. Why? Because we shot ourselves in the foot. So what I say, if you look at the chain now, for even when it comes to player development, coaches development, referees development. Why is it that even up to date Ghana referees cannot even officiate in CAF championship? Isn't that a disgrace? Why is somebody else asking the question? Ghana, first country to gain independence, and we can't even have a single referee in a CAF tournament. Why? So, I mean, it is. These are fundamental questions, and why can't we put structures in place to develop our talent, to develop our coaches, to develop our referees, even to develop administrators? Do we have the right people in the administration today? Have somebody sat down and compared the work they do versus their background? Do they need further training, or do we need new people? To mix. Do you have the right structure? As I was saying, when did you? So be quite a FA secretary to what? Why is it that when you come to my office it's completely different, but when I go there it's different? Why? So in the value chain, my goal is that it's the same corporate structures that we put in place to run organizations, world-class organizations. It's the same corporate structures that we're going to put in place to ensure, say, in no matter where in the value chain you are in the situation of football, you get your fair share. That is the message to all of them.
Obi also Jaya Tobomana says the can be a question back on Bisano. Candidate near 7, even though by N4 no be on some level so yes. But why any message at all?
In terms of as an EXCO,
in terms of the presidency, if you say experience a winning name dear winning you're more than money as an EXCO member. So we make any tinted that it depends on who is leading the ship. And when any message carrying home doing no at to akomaso if you say obedi anymore ebeboa.
I can give you my personal view, and I can also give you my political answer. But they make a choice. Personal view in the answer. But but the other side of it is make us a train na you and the after that, and I think that would be a fair question to ask.
Political party card
for any party,
any political party in Ghana.
Semi Okrana, this is not probably the right place to say it.
If we say a beer catcher me say where you belong politically can determine whether you win or you lose.
Oh, you know, FIFA frowns on politics in the game. FIFA frowns on this. Me.
Flagstaffers or FFRO.
There will be unfair me. Me will be unfair me. But where me, like I said, I'm doing this purely, personally.
And purely so, opponents need to be your political backing.
God,
how would you take it?
God bless them. God bless them. God bless them. Me, I'm only doing this out of my heart and my love for the country and the game. And I'm doing it purely, say, for the love and country, nothing else.
Me so Diane, me young some observations. Me say so. But we need elections. You need 3 things. Connection kakra, adafu kakra, and a cash kakra. Send me saying na hobby.
Sports, and Yatani, and Yatadio, and Yamikatu, and Yantitamu, and Yakotoko 1 has 1. And Yatisia, Yatintre. I'm a sports. I am the Tira, and Yatisia.
Much or send them in Akra.
Oh, me the most important. The message has to be very clear. What do we want to achieve, as an FA?
But do you suspect people vote on it, on messages, on policies?
As I said before, there's always a tendency to say people will vote because I'm now for Kakra or we are Isiamami and we are Isiamami. But in America, say, almost the key enablers in the game. Now, invest in club owners. They should ensure, say, almost emra or minimum the conference. No more so, and asema me to make hands. No more fun call a dream. No more say, Toasumwa. And a beboa am I gonna kurenima. That's all I'm saying. But whatever the story or whatever goes behind, and I'm not too much about it. What I'm more about is let's fix the game as we know it. That's the most important thing. Maybe that's my message. And like I said to you, this is not a life and death situation. One for my say, hey, I'm quiet. It shouldn't be.
If people say for ambulance, I'm on for the hospital doors.
But then as I'm only serving, you know, when we are president, who running for president now, I just say, why, when near, forget it. This, no, it should not be. It should not be. This should be done purely on service. That's the most important, service to the country and God, you know.
Okay, yeah, one of the critical issues and the EFA confronted with the disconnect between the football industry and the corporate world. With your background as a football person and someone in the corporate world, no, how then do we bridge this gap?
Okay. The first thing here, reputation. You know, the football as we know it right now, we have in some form of a reputational crisis. You know, because of all these allegations of malfeasance and corruption and all these that has gone. And to be honest with you, until we remove that cloud from the football, it's going to be very difficult for any corporate entity to be associated with Ghana football. So it's important that the leadership that we bring in, you know, have a background, you know, that is of high repute, and also they don't have any sort of you know, skeletons. We are not for workers say. So once you remove that, then you can and you begin to put the right people and the right structures in place. Then you begin to see the corporate will start coming, because it's a lot easier to sell your message. It's a lot easier. I was in SA a few weeks ago, and I was listening to the radio. I found out that SABC takes almost like 1.3 million rands every weekend. They take even more money, you know, in terms of rights. You know, they pay more in terms of rights. That they pay rights to the GFA. You know, they pay more than the DSTV, like than the EPL. And they were complaining that, you know, but because they've built the brand. But the brand, they don't have people who have done this, or people, so, you know, we don't have these people. So if we don't clean that get rid of that cloud, you know, over the FA media, and I'm telling you, sir, most serious organization will not put a dime into it, because they don't want to be associated with it. Because I don't want a brand to be tainted.
So how do we clean that cloud and what FA needs so?
First is
leadership. To make it you know, attractive and appealing.
Leadership. It's about leadership. People don't have that legacy. You don't want that legacy behind you. You know, you don't want that legacy. You don't want a petition, that true documentation, all kinds of things. Because the vetting committee is very important. Very, very important. Say, back out, whoever still moving forward now. That will be the start. And then out of that, you know, maybe somebody will come out with that strong, unblemished background. You know. And then on the back of it, you know, the EXCO members that will come in, you know, also do have that good solid background. People like Dr. Obin say, he's somebody that I've worked with before at the commission. He has a good background. We can work with.
What's the commission, man?
He was a Minerals Commission.
Okay.
You know, he has a solid background. Obetimi Abua, you know, I've talked to Randy. Randy too has some good ideas. He also has good insights who can help. You know, we need people like.
And where you train on?
I'm just they are different.
Okay, we'll be a premier.
Yeah, I'm talking about.
Okay.
I'm talking
about. Let me say where you train on.
Me know.
Randy, no.
I'm only talking about people that I've spoken to that I think said they have the capacity and capability to help. You know, once again, these are all people who walk away if they don't get to put the right structure. You know, people that can stand on their 2 feet. Listen, if we're not going to do the right thing here, there's no reason for me to be here, because for all, it's not money that we are looking for.
If you say status in how more a fair to Division 1 clubs, 48 clubs, 9 more 3 slot spell on the council.
There's a lot of things you can say about their status and everything as it stands. You know, and to be honest with you, my view is that what it is right now is all we have. Let's move forward with it. And then once we can study it, we can mix it. Look, that sort of thing. I have certain ideas on some. I personally feel we should separate the administration of football from the actual round of football itself. You know, as it is right now.
So you want competitions separated from the administration.
Yeah, because you let's look at example like EPL example. EPL is a completely separate organization. Even though
it's a company now.
It's a company by itself. You hire the right people to run it, and then the FA.
The clubs form the board. They hire a CEO
to run it, and it run professionally. But then there's also a management arrangement in terms of rights and everything comes back to the FA, and then the FA focus on the disciplinary regulations and the national teams, and they do policies with government in terms of football development. That could be done, and I think it's a noble idea. It's something that we should explore. But I need to be a bit mind in any It's something that we have to study. We have to get concessions from everybody, that stakeholders, to make sure we are in cap or be able to give an input into it. And if that's the right decision from everybody, we move ahead with it, and it will help a lot.
Mr. Mark Addo, CEO, Emma is Marco to call, and I'm to say no, Edin Comodero, you better to us in 7 years, baby Nano,
yeah. Personally, I think we need good people.
Sure.
And if out of this now, the vetting committee comes up with the right people now, I think it's good for the game. I'm appealing to, if it does come, and whatever the outcome, we should all accept it and move on. It's for the good of the game. It's not about us. I always say it's not about me. It's not about you it's about, or anybody that's running. It's about the future of the game. And then Kuala Sabi or Fabo no ball in Ziman, I say it's about that. That's what we should look at in the future that we. So it's important that we have a bigger perspective than just our personal interest.
Body corporate governance, getting corporate people involved, but there a group of people are sebe any diem manun san obia me nyese me bo obia so nimtia e bia classroom si hoda but we dia good in echi we invest it what ya good in ase. How do we manage the two? Should we have a hybrid system? Yewo nipa, they've not gone to school, they've not worked in a corporate environment, but they understand the game. They've invested in the game. Ebisu investing in the game, they are corporate people, they understand corporate governance, going forward in terms of raising monies and running the game. How do we bridge this system? Should we go solely body corporate and solely football as in football people, and as we should bridge the gap between the two?
Well, that's a very good question. Personally, I think the structures are structures. They are there, but they always have the people that you have to deal with. The most important is that you are dealing with everybody fairly. And if somebody who has invested their resources and their money and people and all this and things, and they feel that they are not being treated fairly, then you are not doing your job. It's important to ensure that we get all the stakeholders involved in the decision making process, so they understand that all their concerns are being addressed. Because I'll tell you what, a bad referee is a bad referee whether you are in corporate or you are not. If we don't have good training programs for the referees so that we have competent referees represent Gaza, say Ghana referee will be a serious CAF representation. And then say Kenya. Say players are developed players, at the grassroots level to a level whereby these people are playing top organizations. Even to the point, some of the top players are Ghana for say dual citizenship ground. They don't want to play for Ghana because they look at the structure and they say, Nkofu they are serious. Whether say Tafrache say Waku school, Unku school, so far as you are part of the body, we are one family, and we should all work together. One of my mantras, and I always look for people that work for me, and say, what problems have you solved? When you talk to the stakeholders, we got community now, for example, what mechanisms have you put in place so that we solve the problems independent whether you are here or not? So it is important that everybody matters. Everybody matters to make sure we have the right people. Me, I'm a problem solver. I will solve problems. And like I said before, and it's not about what I'm saying. It's about what I do. And what I do. That's why I'm asking people to vote for me. Because I will represent them.
The natural question, everybody said, what have you done?
Well, a couple of things. From my own background personally, I've told you before, I've built organizations. I've hired people, I've trained people to become
industry giants.
People that can stand on their 2 feet. I've gone to places where I've picked youth people and I've identified their capabilities, put them through some training, give them opportunities to work, and they become professionals. I'll be able to identify problems, issues way before, and say, okay, this is so and so that we need to work with communities in different things. Several communities, different places of the world, and work through them. So I don't just say I'm telling you, say, I have the track record. That shows I've run things, I've run organizations. White people have worked for me, green people have worked, Indians, Chinese, they all work for me. I treat you fairly. Like I said, I'll tell you whether you are doing well or you're not doing well. Because it's about performance. It's about making sure that we deliver on our mandate. There's always somebody at risk. Somebody is putting his money at risk. There's somebody, or delegate, he's the one who has employed us to make sure that we deliver on their behalf. It is not about personal interests. And that is one thing I'll keep saying. It's not about what I want or what you want. It's about what the organization has set us up to do. And if we do that right thing, and we follow those statutes, and show within the organization, that's will be the local court. Example. Now say we share statutes, if it's any pana or when statutes no favor, and I say lawyers chair said that's what if you do. We should defend him. We should defend that, because that is exactly what governance is about. Everybody is treated fairly, whether you are left, right, your political affiliations, regardless of anything. Fraternity, the status we should treat everybody fairly, and that's what I'm asking for.
Any delegate in Kasa, 48 Division 1 clubs I need will secure mandate. Any of Moncasa,
Come again.
But delegate it any woman Kasa. Na almost a 48 Division 1 clubs, no woman at Twaban.
The basically what I was saying is to all the delegates and say, Mutumamia, I will represent you. Wasem Yamasem, Utumamia, night and day, whatever goes on there, I'm fighting for you. I'm not fighting for Miami personal interest. I'm fighting for you to make sure our football as we know it, every fan into my paper, Efra. And of course, like I said, I'm a problem solver. You look at things like I'll give you a good example. What structures do we have in place as today, even to train our coaches, as an example. Remember, I talked about our football philosophy, and I talked extensively about developing that football philosophy across the board, taking it right from the top of the national team to the premier, to first division, second division, women's league, and having that philosophy backed by resources, in terms of training for coaches. Coaches, you see a UEFA A to coach national team. But what are we putting in place to ensure, the
next 4 years,
exactly,
the next 5 years,
I can tell you, authorities say there are people in the pipeline, young people who are yearning for that opportunity. But have we identified them? Have we put the strategy in place for these people to even have the opportunity? Have we formed alliances with other FAs? So we may take some of our brightest coaches so that they can have the exposure. The same as referees. Why do we have 120-something referees go in the Premier? Why? Please. But I'm just making a point. Say, why can't we have quality? For once, and make sure
8 games in a week, over 100 and something referees.
Now we're training referees. Said first of all, the security is guaranteed. First of all, he will officiate the game without fear or favor. To make sure he's going to training courses outside, make sure he's impacting that knowledge to the people in that pipeline, so that they can go to FIFA. I want to make sure during my time we even have our referee officiating in the World Cup. It can be done. But you have to make sure you pick the right person. You have to make sure you nurture them. You have to make sure you provide them opportunities to develop. You have to make sure at the end of the day, they will have that opportunity to be able to represent the country, and they should represent with pride.
All right. You're a club CEO, and you are executive council. a bifi say no present a conflict of interest situation. Enunti ema ye judicial bodies no intimi adjudicate on cases ye. You say oye na executive committee member ya friend no. Hey, masama ba ho. Asam no hwene di mame. What would be different from this council if you are voted into?
Oh, you know, I heard me. Then I debate me a back at me say, Mark, BBC mame.
The baby I want to pesa favor for the independent committees.
End of the day, no. The bottom line, end of the day, no. The rules are. I'm living by the rules. If I'm living by the rules now, why should I be any different from Sebio? No, Obi or no, the other team. Just because this, like I said, it's not a life and death matter. Let the system work. When the system works, everybody will benefit. It's important. That's what leadership is about. You are just a servant. Let the system work. And if you look, I know people, even in this whole vetting, but I don't call them. I'll never
on the vetting committee.
Yeah, but I won't call you because I don't want to put them in that situation. Do you understand?
In a compromise situation.
No, I don't want to do that because I wouldn't expect them to put me in that situation either. So what you say? It's about ethics. It's about believing in something. So I won't do that, and I will never call you to say something. I won't do that. That way, when you're making a decision, you make it fairly based on information you have.
Okay. John Mark, free compo abasi imbisa way. I say, please, I want to know. Ask Mr. Mark Addo how he combined vocational locals in Nzema and children in Nzema on match days going to the stadium. Tell him also I am willing to be his club Nzema Kotoko graphic designer. I am a native from Nzema, but have never been there before, so would be glad to help in my own little way for my hometown club. Much love, sir. Unsubisa, unsubisa. Say, come in between for Swabwa, and if it's today now we have for the locals, and then Kola on match days.
Okay. As far as what we do is we support the club, the fan club. Usually when they are going on long away games, and we even help them also in their ticketing in terms of pricing, how we can support them. We help that with that. There's more that we can do from that perspective in terms of we are also building a secondary, like a smaller, junior team as a group to support our as a feeder team. So, but we need to extend it further down. I mean, we hold competitions further down. Most of our players we even scout from the local areas, as much as just to make sure that people from there, get the benefit of playing for Nzema Kotoko. So there's a lot more we can do, but we still do some in terms of financially supporting access to the stadium, transportation, provision, and they also supporters will do a lot to help us, in terms of games, and it's been very fruitful.
So what's the overall vision for Nzema Kotoko?
My goal in Nzema Kotoko is to get to the Premier League, and we want to develop our players to such a way that they can also get the opportunity to play for the national team. Just recently, one of our boys, Akesi, was recruited to the under-23 team, and unfortunately, he had a little injury, and he's still nursing. And also, if you look at the fact that I will be able to take a first division team, go all the way to the finals of this normalized, that tells you the type of systems and structures that we put in place to be able to, to develop and so quickly to get. And it wasn't luck; it was all done with purpose and intent to get in our team. So if we have the opportunity now and get to Premier League, I think we'll cause a lot of sensations and we develop a lot of players for the national team.
Okay. Over there, about Mr. Say, is the same Mark Addo with company listed in the Canadian Stock Exchange?
No, it's the same guy. I used to work for a company that was listed in the Canadian Stock Exchange.
Okay, all right. Okay. Or the tax AEB can and the private matter to me. The tax clearance now the call. Vetting committee, no heavy power.
How are you going to know that?
But say tax returns now the heavy power. I think I'm in this private conversation. Mimbisa, and I'm Mimbisa.
Yeah, be Miss Rowe.
I say 5. Okay, all right. 5. Mengana, I mean, coffee, okay, but don't do Maxine, I'm doing me. I say 5 and maybe okay.
Sports, and yet Tenny, and yet the deal, and you make it you, and yet it's a moon, and you got to go one has one, and yet this year, yet in trade. I'm a both sports, I am the children, and yet this year.
Okay, all right. My panel of here some more questions back home. You be since I said a year. Mum's a question me ada. If say na so for sorry we are na ye nye bibia bio. Be ne be president worship kakra. Enti ti akọ yeah afetri. But we be president worship kakra ansan yakọ. Max, ma mention sim free ho.
Good morning, Mr. Makado.
Good morning.
Your friend Max Olasabri. I have been kakra, but Sanan for now. Media me second time I'm sharing. First time I share Ogaka meeting. You appear say set of ideas and proposals are a whole trimmer. Maybe if you say the way you have carried yourself today, no, you are in the caliber of being contesting for
the
the presidency. With all the experiences that you've gained in the corporate world and in private life, with your ideas, I want to say all the presidential candidates also about with their blueprints, manifestos, policy documents, and the rest. In case you go there, now ideas now want to conflict policy documents and manifestos of the aspirants of why we now. How would you manage it?
Okay, that's a good question. And that's why we have a group. The intent is that whatever policies that they put in place or whatever ideas that the presidency have in mind has to still come through the board for the board to decide that's how we want to implement it. I think that's one of the good things what this particular statute should to make sure it's a group basically decision. It's not an autocratic kind of group. So like any corporate governance, these decisions will be debated vigorously. And based on the outcome, if we all agree, we do too much, we move forward with it. That's how it is. And that's how it works in corporate governance. So basically, nobody can say, I have the omnipotent, rule, what I say goes. No, it has to be, So even if my idea, so far as, when somebody says anything, and if you are very, and I'm very analytical, when somebody says something, you have to make sure that this person has he really vetted what he's saying. Is this something that's written, or is this something that's really deep? Have a deep thought, make sure that all the checks are there, all the variables are there to make sure this thing will work. And once that we all get to it, I think that's why it's important to get good people on the board to make sure that we can scrutinize some of these vision to make sure that it is actually going to work. It is better to do it that way and get consensus. So that once you move forward as a group, everybody knows that this thing is gonna work because it's been well thought. And if some ideas are not good, why not just get rid of them? But make sure that whatever you choose to do, you have consensus and it's going to work and benefit the organization. That's the most important. That's the first rule.
Jonathan Akro.
Mr. Makado, once again, welcome to Happy FM. My feeling partner said I met two Benkum. He said, sitting right beside you. Na me show.
But time will be a time. No, I could question.
Mark, I could see clearly say you have brilliant ideas, nice policies, and your background also will help this rejuvenation of Ghana football. But you are dealing with other 47 clubs. At one point, like I said, most of the bank rollers and owners of these clubs don't even know where GACA's office is or where you go to meetings, even if they know. So they've delegated people, they've given authority into people's hands to be CEOs, to be this club administrator, normal COCO meetings. So these are some of the people. Majority, about 70-80% of those people are those who are coming to vote. Have you planned any tour? Because maybe your manifesto or something, a written policy or something may go on social media or on phone or something to them. But have you planned a little tour where you can meet at least about 30 of these teams, the owners and those that they send delegates? So when at least a 15-20 minutes conversation and your background will inform, because Makado, people think Makado, but when even your persona looks very appealing, okay, and it will help. Have you planned something like that?
Yes, I have people that I work with that
as a
team that goes around.
I
have people that I work with that go around and carry the message, and we talk and we meet some of them just to make sure that the message gets to them. But you're right, some of these people, the owners or the bankrollers, have delegated other people to make some decisions. But we are making every effort to meet as many as we can, and so that the message can go home, can get home, and then they will be able to see. There's a great opportunity to change things, and they have it in their hands, or the power to vote. And if they do vote for me, and I'm asking for their vote, we will be able to help put structures in place that will change Ghana football forever.
Prince,
media ne de enye question na te se de enra se praise and worship many Alan ne lead wa ha na enra Dr. Obin eba ha no Alan na ne worship ni nyina ne se pe de papa ne be kan ne se de oda ne ho adi no ono de omo ekoto aba no 48 division 1 clubs no premier no 16 no ade e so mo koma papa no menso ene media ne se owura Addo ne ensemu a wabeka wa ha ene se de oba ha wa conduct ne ho e wa ha no se media medical kan wa ha deda enkrofo atie show nyina nim se enipa 3 ne free division 1 eba no meyi 2 deda e wa ha na ka baako na menyi no baako no mede owura Addo aka ho enti se metre no so pa me fema o se ya ma me fema okay me maka wa hade da batene no me di owura Addo e ka
no ma focus on Addo e guest
okay enti me di ono aka ho enayi
okay
na me ka se division 1 class there be me say division 1 class say yesi ye sesa akoba bi foforo de a enipa bi sei mu ye hia omo board ne so say omo beye ediema na timi aboa na ma Ghana bobo no etimi akonanim yesi ye mpe business as usual de a sankrofo bi sei eni nyom no mo te board ne so omo nim de eni ba bi omo aye adwuma kodu no enu betimi ama sika ababo no no bi ode ni sika hye mu bia etimi enya dew na enye se wodi sika be hye mu na ochena kora wo yere ejaawo
Kobijos
oyene say Mr. Makado I'm really proud and pay makan ho asem bebre me share the background no and I'm who say ebeboa because you see a new face na me de asem ketu bi na meka wo mo mbeto aba no me enye amza ade ba kwadi enya ekroma pa chronism and I'm in and madam for and we don't look at competence saade no and edi enya message division 1 for ne say person football no ye na obia benefit here. These are the brains we are looking for the sre wo omontoma no me de me eno pe na make I'm strong no align Matthias no it's coming from me not from Happy FM it's coming from me as Kobe Jones say yeah because me can say me PJ start here or the Makado buy no dan no kwa na me so no panel so we didn't know him but he really know kakra no you say these are the names are ebeboy Maka say I want the two people Mr. Addo and Tony Obin because omon kwa face no etimi change bibi
medase ye fa cost kakra na Ghana for so mbisa questions ni bi na ye nko Ghana for so mbisa kakra na ye ko de watiti na no
you has 20
madam nyina amase madam asese mama me opportunity nse maba na ma jimi awawa tu na metimi me so metimi aka a few things about your football no na kwan be faso a betimi e na into my pefra and the master endorsements amodi amame no hopefully no be call a long way towards the delegation so assume na almost so was almost to abana o makai me say I'll be fighting for them. I'm working for them.
You can say, "Mama, we wish young Sadie Don Perry, happy birthday, Don Perry." Baby,
point But if it gets it ever, God forbid, it gets to the point and we feel say all the efforts are per se changing and it's not working, and therefore now I'll be more than happy to work out.
Okay. Mr. Odin, we are free.
For no, Ubia anywhere or didn't seek about better football on the word right now. Because what him say right now football no in Sembibri man for most corporate citizens, so they don't want to be associated with BBA as a fraudulent and as a corruption, is perceived corruption. Yeah. First of all, we have to get the leadership that will bring some kind of background that will be able to clean. That's the first thing. So once we have the leadership, a clean leadership, we can begin to market the product, the Ghana football product, to the corporate world to bring some kind of arrangement, whether it's through licensing or games to the television and the television rights, merchandising rights, and these are things that we still can be done to show that the money, out of that money, we can allocate some to the junior to the first division clubs, to help them. The other aspect in terms of security, we have to take a holistic view. Say, how do we do it right now? I didn't know Juma. Some people I've talked to people who have some brilliant ideas. I started using some of almost like an entity of Nkrofo high or more, or maybe they go and say they will protect the game at every center, and they'll be put on some kind of payroll, then that's their job. And also we'll find another means, the same model, whereby these ideas, once again, these ideas, whereby we will put people who will also administer the referees, both transportation, where they will sleep, where they, they are paid, all that, and they will take them along to these places, knowing that they have the security to be able to officiate games, and people will work with the security agencies to make sure the referees come in and officiate games without fear or favor. I think that would bring a lot more transparency into the process, and with that, some of these ideas that we are still working through, if we're able to implement it now, it will help curb this whole hooliganism and all these malfeasance that happens in our games.
All right, Mr. Odin, we are free.
Personal interest in a man for personal interest in your baby one day. Senko be to me with the personal interest from the administration and Kawan full burn and some of these things will never have come up. And that's what governance says. Remove yourself and make a decision on behalf of why you are there. And right answer because me petrol have a person power maybe the me between you and me I will object it. I completely objected to make sure say we get a sponsorship on behalf of the FA, not on behalf of Kofi Menu, and we put people in place just because they're gonna get commission. It's not right. It's not right, and we should do it purely for the benefit of the people. That's the most important thing.
All right, Mr. Wood, about pitches, Division 1, and the practice say end of service benefited them executive council for. I'm saying in our history, it's about occupy. Says Carabasa all time more day because I'm from pitches in the year.
Once again, me personally, I'm doing this for God and country. It's not about the money, as Gratian. And if I'm on the board and I'm making that decision, I will support the FS Canada into a graduate. Yes, as can if I'm develop football. That's my view. As to whether my other members of the board be voted, that's another story. But if I'm on the board, I'll go and record that that's my view.
Okay.
Ghana be funded to my private friend. Now you're coining. Now Ghana, first say Ghana football now. Ubia countries be as true and Obians through because at the crime be so nipe be for crime be so amaya football they say amaya in the world football until the message and say so much mamia me kohwa me adwuma day and night that time be ameko be am adwuma ma and we make sure say Ghana football it will rise again and will be not just Africa, one of the best in the world. We can command $1 million, $2 million a game by the national team. We can do great things. We have the potential, talent. We have amazing talent in this country. We have amazing people with backgrounds that can change this. But they need that opportunity. And that's what I'm looking for, the opportunity for the delegates to make sure that I can represent them and make sure so we make this change. Thank you.
Mr. Bakado. Yema all the best new elections.
Thank you.
Hopefully, delegates in the wasam no matter about Ediamon. You are free.